The Albanese government's first budget will show a $42 billion improvement to the budget's bottom line over the next 4 years. Our political reporter Olivia Casely is following all the developments ahead of the big night. She joins us live from Canberra. Olivia, while there have been savings, it is expected that the budget will fall deeper into the red in the years ahead. Take us through what we know so far.
Well, Ash, a lot of detail has already been revealed. So we know, for example, there'll be $22 billion in savings from areas such as coalition-era grant programs. There'll also be billions of dollars put towards childcare subsidies, extending paid parental leave, and also cheaper medicines. Now, the Treasurer is also expected to halve the budget deficit to $36.9 billion. That's down from $79 billion forecast in the March budget. Now, that's good news in the short term, but the overall economic outlook is really bleak, and that's largely due to spiralling energy prices and cost of living pressures. Now, as well, we can expect that the government is looking at a deteriorating budget bottom line in the years leading up to the 2025 election. They have identified five most expensive areas, and they are growing government debt, as well as the NDIS, aged care, health, and also defence. And of those, it's this spiralling debt and also the NDIS that are the fastest growing and most expensive. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese earlier today said that this budget will deliver on the promises he made to the Australian people at the election.
It will be strengthening our economy, providing cost of living relief for families without putting pressure on inflation. You'll see a delivery of the strong commitment we gave to cheaper childcare during the election campaign, which arose from my first budget reply. You'll also see paid parental leave. We want a family-friendly budget that delivers for working Australians.
Deputy Opposition Leader Susan Lee says she's concerned, though, that this federal budget is doing nothing to help household budgets.
The problem with this Labor budget is that it does nothing for your budget. Power prices are forecast to go up 35%. Mortgage payments, hundreds of dollars every month, and every time you go to the supermarket, it's more and more expensive to buy your weekly groceries.
Opposition Treasurer Angus Taylor says that this budget will be a real test for the government about whether they have any plan to stimulate long-term economic growth.
All Australians want to see a clear and comprehensive plan to deal with those pressures they're facing and to consolidate the position that Labor inherited. We want to see a successful budget, but ultimately the test for Labor is whether they have that clear and comprehensive plan to deal with those pressures Australians are facing.
Interestingly, Ash, this budget will for the first time include a chapter focused on the well-being of the country, and this follows in the steps of the New Zealand Labor government.
Olivia Casely, live in Canberra. Thank you, and plenty more budget coverage coming up for you, of course, throughout the afternoon and evening.